Hey guys, this is another behind the scenes video of making content. And if you guys are new here, my name is Jasmine. I've been a full-time creator for 5 years, and I wanted to start making these type of videos too, just to kind of like let you into my world mentally. I talk a lot about mental health and believing in yourself and stuff, and I wanted to start sharing things that go on in my mind from time to time. Just being honest with you guys and just kind of showing you guys, the day-to-day stuff. So let me know in the comments if you appreciate these type of videos, if I should still continue to make them. I would love your feedback. So, okay, I've changed a lot of locations when I make these videos. You guys used to see me in my apartment all the time. Sometimes I'm making videos, I'm driving. And then I just recently started going into the office. So my apartment complex has offices downstairs, and I never utilized them before because I was always making content and stuff upstairs in my apartment. I actually learned, and I tell you guys this all the time, a lot of the times when you feel like you don't have time for something, it's not that you don't have time, you just have a time management problem. And I learned that a couple of years ago, and every so often I'll evaluate what I have going on and ask myself, do I have a time management problem or do I really not have time? I learned a few weeks ago that I was struggling with time management. And I shared this before in another video, but I learned that doing work in my apartment was great, but I would find myself multitasking. So like I would create content, and then while stuff was uploading, I would cook food or sweep the floor or fold some laundry. And so in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, this is a great way to utilize. This is a great way to utilize, breaks and things to get other things done. I realized that by doing that, I'm actually slowing down my work process because my mind is on 1,010 different things. So because of that, because of analyzing my schedule and stuff, I realized that I had a time management problem. And my apartment is a huge distraction from work. So I have started coming downstairs and filming and doing work down here. And at first I was worried. I was like, oh, well, overthinking in my head. Oh, well, the background's not going to be as nice as my kitchen and yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. And I realized none of that matters. I realize none of that matters. And I tell you guys this all the time. We, including myself, are always in our head, and we have got to get out of it. We have got to stop overthinking and overanalyzing every single thing that we do and just literally focus on the task at hand, which is providing content and providing value to your audience. I don't think you guys care if I'm behind my kitchen or if I'm outside somewhere on the street. The message still stays the same. And once realizing that, I have decided to continue to do work down here because I'm actually a lot more productive down here. I get more done in a shorter period of time. And it proves to the point that I had a time management problem. I did not have I don't have enough time problem. So if you are struggling with that, I encourage you to write down every single thing that you do and figure out what you can cut and figure out, is your mind really focused on that one particular thing, or is your mind all over the place? Most of the time your mind is all over the place, and so therefore it's taking away time from what you need to be doing right now. Creating content does take a lot of time. It takes a good part of my day, which is why I also learned on my journey, I'm a morning person, you guys. I have the most energy first thing in the morning. I get up around 3 o'clock in the morning. And I actually start filming around 5. I do my good morning video. If you guys follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you guys see that. I actually record those videos first thing in the morning. I was considering batching them, but then I was like, no, because I really want to speak what's on my mind. I just feel like it's more authentic when I just say what's on my mind that day, not like pile things up, right? Because half the time I don't even know what I'm going to say until I turn the camera on anyway, so how can I plan for that? But I start first thing in the morning. That's when I have the most energy. And I noticed that after noon, my energy just kind of goes womp, womp, womp. It does. And that's okay. I've been up for a long period of time. I want you to figure out, when do you have the most energy? When during the day are you the most productive? I think that will help you decide when to film your content. So let's say you work a 9 to 5. Maybe you're a morning person too. Maybe after work, you're just like done. Like you just don't have the mental capacity to do anything else but chill, you know? And I know, because I used to be there too. I get it. What I would encourage you to try is to get up earlier in the day, if you can, earlier in the morning, and film your content in the morning before you go to work. So that way, by the time you get off, by the time you're exhausted, you've already gotten that out of the way, right? Your energy, I believe, is what makes your content really, really good, like really good, you know? So I would want you to have the most amount of energy when you're filming. Maybe you are someone who works better at night. A lot of people are like that. Then maybe do your content at night when you have the most amount of energy, the most inspired, you're the most productive. But I want you to figure out when that is for you and try to figure out how you can rearrange your schedule so that that's when you're filming. So that your energy can radiate through and just make great, great, great content. And that's how you build a community too. And another way that you build a community, and actually what I learned, is to not try to be perfect. Don't try to be perfect, because one, you will never be. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's the truth. You will never be perfect. Okay, that doesn't exist. And don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Don't be afraid to tell people what you're going through, because 9 times out of 10, your audience has experienced that in some way, shape, or form. And when I do allow myself to be vulnerable in front of my audience, I always come with solutions on how I'm going to fix the issue. I never wanted to come off as like, oh, I'm just sobbing and, just looking for pity. And I'm like this in real life, so this is why it works. I always talk about the solution to whatever I'm going through in that moment. So the other day I made a video and I was actually in the middle of recording and I stopped because I just had this overwhelming feeling of like self-doubt and in the middle of recording my my breakdown per se, I was coming up with solutions on how I can avoid feeling like this in the future. And by doing that, it's showing your audience like you're human, you have feelings too. But two, for anyone who is experiencing what you're going through, you're helping them come up with solutions too, so that, they can apply those solutions to their own life and hopefully get similar results to what you're getting. I think that's really important. Just show who you are. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be judged. I tell you guys all the time, like, when we go into creating content, becoming content creators, I believe that we should show the good, the bad, and the ugly. Of course, what you feel comfortable with. Don't ever do things that you don't feel comfortable doing. But if you are able to be vulnerable with your community and share things that you've gone through, I think it makes your content that much better. It allows people to resonate with you. It allows people to connect with you. And it allows people to share what they're going through or what they've went through, and also give you insight on what you're feeling. I think we all have more in common than what we think. I do. Before, I used to think I was the only one that was ever experiencing what I was experiencing. No one could ever understand. And I realized after being a content creator that that's not true. A lot of people have experienced similar things to you. And a lot of times it'll be that video that you post that could literally change somebody's day for the better. You would be surprised. Like, you would be so surprised. I know this because I used to be so surprised. I remember I posted a video on my other channel and I was talking about, like, I was going through the breakdown. I was just like talking about how hard weight loss is and I don't know if I can do this. I'm ready to give up, because I think it had been like 3 weeks and the scale hadn't moved. And I was just really like going through it. And someone commented and was telling me that they literally were feeling that this morning. And they really were happy that they came across that video. And it let them know that it's okay to be sad if you don't lose weight when you're trying so hard, and to just keep going. And a couple weeks later, I lost some weight and I was sharing that progress. And that same viewer commented and was like, after watching that video, I just went harder and I lost 5 pounds, and they were just so happy. So that's my point. You will be surprised at how many people can resonate with you. Don't think you're the only one going through what you're going through, because you're not. And I think that's just what makes a really strong community. People can see you, being your happy, vibrant self, but also sharing parts of you that might have self-doubt, that might be feeling insecure in the moment, right? I think we all go through it. So I think those things are really important to share. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't worry about what people may say about you. Just show up as yourself every single day. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I'm filming more content today, working on a couple of things. But again, let me know in the comments, do you guys like these behind the scenes thoughts? I feel like it would be something good to add to the channel, because I do that on my weight loss and fitness channel. And this channel is like my journey of content creation and, just really amping up my efforts and then sharing with you guys what I've learned. I didn't realize how many people want to be content creators. So, just felt like it would be something worth sharing. Leave a comment, let me know. I'll see y'all later. Bye.